Hello and welcome to episode 36. This week we reveal who won the battle between our music makers, Yamaha and Sirius. We take a look at our portfolios and have a portfolio update, and we battle two more stocks against each other with this week's theme of the best gaming companies. Without further delay, let's get underway. Every week we invest £25 into each portfolio. One portfolio where you select the stocks, one that tracks the market, and one that generates income to pay to you. We'll then invest an extra £1 into each portfolio for every 100 subscribers we get. Last week's winner with 3 votes to none was Yamaha. However, unfortunately, I messed up, and Trading 212 won't let you invest in that stock, only add it to your watch list. So, Harry Potter fans are going to be happy because by default, the winner this week is Sirius XM Holdings.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Last week wasn't too bad. The benchmark was finally in the green, technically, at 0.1%. Battle Royale underperforming it, but only going down minus 0.5, so I'll take it after these last few weeks. This week, however, that bounce is real. Benchmark up a massive 3.8%, and the Battle Royale underperforming it, but up almost 3%. I'm so happy with that. The biggest movers in the portfolio this week start with the most volatile stock in the world, Black Rifle Coffee, shooting up 20.9%. Tesla also had an incredible week, up 17.3%. On the beach, our biggest performer year to date is down a massive 8.1%. In the things to note column, Nvidia, apparently investor sentiment has increased, which is great. And Black Rifle Coffee, EPS estimates falling by 42%, not looking great for them in that regard. A quick run through the total holdings in the Battle Royale shows not too much change. Up 2.9% this week, as I said, which is fantastic. On the beach, still out in front, closely followed by Tesla, which has reclaimed the second spot. Our latest edition, Marshalls, has been pretty flat on the week, sitting at plus 3.8% overall, so that's 2 weeks. But definitely not flat, but I'll definitely take that. And down the bottom, a few names you won't be surprised to see: Black Rifle Coffee and Reddit. 34 holdings now in the Battle Royale, and incredibly, 17 are making a profit and 17 making a loss. I wonder how many times that's going to happen. Turning now to our trusty dividends in the income generator. We're up to £26.65 a year. That's up from £25.87 as of last week. We're getting paid £9.6 in June and £5.9 in September, which means the next payout is going to be for £15.50. We've now added £850 to each of our 3 portfolios, and last week we were in the red, but only just. The benchmark down 3.1%, the Battle Royale performing better, down 0.5%. This week, however, mercifully, we see green. Unbelievable. The benchmark up 0.6% and the Battle Royale outperforming it, proving we're amazing investors and should never stop, up 2.3%. So overall, we have invested £2,565. We've had a return of 1.4%, meaning we're up £34.48. Plus, we get this juicy dividend of £46.05 every year.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
A big shout out to Driller Killer. Thank you so much for your comments. It's been great discussing stocks with you. Last week you pointed out that Playtech have got a fantastic dividend, and it got me thinking it's definitely time we had a look at which the best gaming companies are. So let's take a gamble. First up, we have Playtech, and for those of you who don't know, it's actually classified as a technology company, but it operates in the gambling sector, focusing on software, services, content, and platform technologies. It's currently valued at 7.2% below the fair value from Simply Wall Street. However, that's not the exciting part. It's this forecast growth, which is 65% on earnings growth rate and 65% on EPS. So that's the exciting part. It doesn't pay a dividend, but as we mentioned in the build-up to this, there was a special dividend announced. We've missed that X date, but it's interesting that they're throwing money around. So that's the first option. I found this very difficult this week because there are a few good companies. For example, we're not even going to entertain Entain, haha, even though it's 8.6% below fair value, and its earnings are a massive 105.7, so it was difficult to disregard this one for sure. But I'm going to throw into the mix Flutter Entertainment. For those of you who don't know, this is the company that owns PokerStars, as well as Paddy Power, Betfair, and a few others that you might recognize. So it's 32% undervalued, allegedly. It also doesn't pay a dividend, but it did have a good buyback yield, which was nice to see. The future growth is not quite as impressive as Playtech, but not bad, 31% and 32%. And if we just flip back to Playtech, just a reminder that this company is slightly more expensive than Flutter, so it was close between those two, although relatively similar at the end of the day. However, my actual temptation is Rank Group, so this is going to be the one we're going to compete Playtech against. It's well undervalued, 66.9% below Simply Wall Street's estimate of its fair value. Its future growth is steady, nothing too crazy, 15 and 15. However, it does pay a slight dividend, 1.1%, but that is well covered. Its payout ratio is 22%. However, it has had negative growth in the last dividend growth in the last little while. So it's tricky between the two for sure. Playtech is a big growth company, but maybe a little bit more risky. Rank Group, aside from having a great name, is a little bit more solid, maybe not so good on the future front. So, which one do you think? So there we have it. Which do you think is the better company? As usual, pop a thumbs up in the comments next to the company you think we should invest in. The one with the most votes will be the winner. However, from my perspective, I'm going to vote for... Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Survive the week, and next weekend's a long weekend, and we'll be back here, same time, same place.
Goodbye.